Well, we are here for the Riverina Championships at the Wagga Paceway. The voice of the Wagga Paceway, Matty Jones, joins me. Hello, Matty.
How are you?
Very good, mate. We're a little bit different for you. You were a bit upset when I said we're going to come down here to the crowd, but what a magic night this is. It's the second time I've been here. Great crowd already forming. We've still got over an hour to go before the first, and good crowd of people already here for harness racing, which is what we want.
Yeah, I think I'm probably down to my fourth or fifth one here, and they've tinkered with the days a little bit. At one point it was Easter Sunday. I remember before one of the big races, I think that one of the patrons in the crowd had heat stroke. It didn't quite work on Easter Sunday because it just got a little bit warm.
Yep.
And also sun glare was an issue. I remember calling one of the big races and I could hardly see him in the home stretch. So, as I say, they've tinkered with it. I think Easter Saturday is the best one. Hardly anyone's got to work tomorrow. People in holiday mode. You still got the benefit of the really good autumn weather, and we're seeing that tonight. Might get a little bit colder later in the night, but it's just a great crowd. I was surprised when I drove up here an hour and a half before the first. I thought it'd be the first one here, but I had to struggle for a car park, so that's great.
I'd been told last year about how big this night is, and you sort of think, oh yeah, it'll be big. It's massive. And like I said, the people, as you said, I think I was here nearly 2 hours before, and there was people everywhere. It's great for the local community. It's great for the club too, and it's great for harness racing, I think, putting it on the map.
Yeah, absolutely. And that chance to bring, it's a unique sort of, that 4 and 5 year old. It's sort of, you've got really seasoned horses, but, specific to those age groups. And I also like the fact that you can have 2 bites of the cherry as well. You can come back as a 4 and obviously as a 5-year-old as well. So I think it works well. We've seen some great races, had some great horses down through the years. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
The heats were awesome, the regional championships, both for the boys and for the girls. Some good little stories in there amongst it as well. That's what harness racing's about, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think you're alluding to someone like Cody Rockenberger, who won with Kim Can-Do. And let's be honest, when the form came out and the fields came out, there was some pretty high-end quality mares involved, and Kim Can-Do's been strutting its stuff down here for a long time. He never runs a bad race, apart from maybe the Temora Cup, which I think Cody's still a bit bitter about.
She's very bitter about it.
Yeah, and actually you spoke to her after the Junique Cup that she actually won, and that was great to see. But seeing this horse, week in, week out, and it just doesn't run a bad one. But the heats were funny. They were run as races 1, 2, 3, 4 on the card. We'd had a heap of rain the night before. I think the track was quite wet and tacky, and some horses just did not fire a shot, and horses with outstanding resumes. So I walked away from the heat scratching my head thinking, I don't really know who's going to win this, which I think that's not a bad thing. There's a bit of intrigue about it, and a horse like Kim Can-Do, who knows? I hope it runs well. I hope Riverina horses run well, but it's open to those horses to come down from Sydney as they normally do and take the prize. Yeah,
it was also good. Jason Hewitt, I think that's the other part about it. Like you had Cody Rockenberger, not household names if you like, and almost stole the show, like a daring drive, letting rip down the back straight, and
that was something else, wasn't it?
And you even caught it in your thing, and he only just held on. I think the horse of Fitzpatrick was very unlucky.
Yeah.
We'll go very close tonight. I think off that run, that doesn't matter. Well, I think that's what happens. These guys get their time to shine in the big spotlight, and it's awesome.
And the quality of horse that it went flying past, and I said in the call, horses there's never a lead change at the 450 metres. I mean, you might see a lead change turning out of the straight, but this was, you're dealing with high quality 4-year-olds, and it just took off and went around and hit the front. I sort of, again, walked away and I thought, there was something about those heats, whether it was the track or something, that it must have been awfully tough on some of those horses over the longer trip.
Yep, and they found them out. There wasn't going to be a harness link publication. Poor old Hesitate. Mick Harvey was on the floor. He wasn't sure what was going on, so hopefully all's well with him. This is a fabulous night, though. It also has the Wagga Pacing Cup, and I think last year was the first year that they'd incorporated it in this one night, and it's not lost. And to get a horse like Hollywood Strip in the race, it must be awesome for you to get to call him. You got to call him his first win.
I did,
and a couple others, and you get to call him again tonight.
Yeah, and I think, when sometimes, not necessarily from a betting perspective, but people go to the races just to see a really high quality horse, and so I hope it wins and wins easily. Whereas I hope the other two are really, fought hard right down to the post. But I just hope we see the absolute best of this horse, and it's a real treat. And Brad Hewitt supports this club fantastically well. The quality of the horses that he brings down, and we're just lucky to have them here. So that's a real treat for everyone, I think.
I think it's a treat for everyone at home too, who may not be here, because he is a superstar horse, and he's a sort of horse we want to embrace. I don't think I'm upset that he got beat, because I think the further they go getting unbeat, it gets harder for these guys to place him, and I think he's a real treat. And Brad, well, I think less than a K away. So, which is pretty exciting
I
as well.
think when you get on a bit of a run, the pressure must build.
Yeah.
And you saw like what Captain was not, trying to make it 5 in a row and that sort of stuff, the pressure that people must carry and I think it almost is a relief.
Yeah. Mate, going to be a great night of racing. I'm not going to ask you your best or anything along those lines. What would be one that would you like to see Cody win it, or is there someone?
I probably would be a bit of a stretch. I think that the fact that she won the heat with Kim Can Do is good, but I was probably going to go back to Gunner Reload, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought it was...
Aren't they flying?
Absolutely. I thought it was... but I am wary that other horses are going to improve, and so whether the heat form really stacks up, I don't know. I mean, it was just one of those real head scratches. If you haven't seen them, have a look at the heats and the results were $29, $14, that sort of stuff. So
Sanchez also we didn't mention. He was awesome because he got headed.
Yeah, exactly, came back and won.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. But I guess we'll be wiser in a few hours, won't we?
Good luck with the call, mate.
Yeah, great.
It's going to be a fabulous night, though. We want to promote these nights. We want so many people to get here. They do a great job here at the Wagga. We've got one of the shirts, mate.
Yeah, it's nice to have you here. I haven't got one of those.
You'll have to ask up for one of those.
And a hat as well.
You haven't even got the hat.
Brett
Hogan didn't have the hat on either.
No,
he likes it when I drive the bus over Hogs, but he's got the outer uniform. I hope he's got a teacher's note for that. But anyway, he'll be right.
It's nice to have you here.
Thanks, matey. Good luck tonight. Good calling. Okay. You don't dare to do the Ducktown race, so that's a disappointing part.
No, I did do the sausage dogs once or twice, but I was very happy to hand it over to someone else.
You saw Ellen Jones. There's no dash-hounds. It's small dogs. She's bought a little raider in. He looks ready to go.
Ellen's trained Spud. I've seen him down there. I don't know. He looks a bit
heavy. He looks a bit like me.
I'm not sure if
he looks a bit like me. He might be able to go early, but I don't know if you'll see the trip out.
Well, it's only a sprint trip, so a good bulky sprinter will do the job.
We better get off because I reckon next lap Hogs is going to run me over.
Aren't we? Yeah.